right, so right now I am with the star from the TV show, the game show, The Circle from Netflix. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Sapphire. We are live in Dallas. Well, live while we're filming this, and I'm so happy to see you. I met you in Los Angeles,
Right.
and now we're here. And just for all the folks out there watching, it's cold right now.
It is cold. I'm freezing.
And you're doing great. Are you trembling?
A little bit, like my fingers.
And what makes it even wilder is that we're in downtown Dallas, so all the air wraps around the skyscrapers and it makes it even colder. Fun scientific fact.
Right. So let's talk about that part where we met. So I was invited to this bar that there's an event because I love to go network and stuff. They told me, yeah, you should come here. There's going to be a lot of good people here, a lot. I'm like, okay, I show up. I show up and I see all of you guys from my favorite show from Netflix, The Circle, and I'm like, what the hell is going on today? How did that happen? How did you get to that?
Well, every year after every season, we would get emails from the casting directors or the casting crew, and they're like, we're having another reunion, and they would invite all of us. And so we didn't start this tradition till after season 1 because COVID hit. So none of us got to see each other for about a year after the show aired.
Oh, damn, okay.
And then finally, when we were allowed to go back out into society, they invited us to the wrap party, and we followed all the guidelines at the time. And then after every season would end, they kept the tradition going. And since we were the season 1 players, they would always be so happy to have us come back. And it would always be fun to meet the new players, and they were always excited to meet us, the original season 1 folks.
Yeah.
It's just been a big love fest. I still talk to pretty much everybody whenever we chat online or whenever they run through Dallas, we link up and it's cool.
That's awesome. And how did you get to the show? Like, how did that happen for you?
Wow, that's a long story. I'll make it real quick. So I was on another show as a supporting character called Dancing Queen on Netflix. And that's Alyssa Edwards. She's a really famous drag queen.
Okay.
And she had her own reality show. So I was on that. And then months and months after the success of her show, she calls me one evening. She's like, dude, there's a show called The Circle. They're casting, and because you're always on social media, I think you'd be great for this. So she's like, they're gonna call you in 20 minutes. The phone rang in 20 minutes. I took the call. The guy on the phone, who's now a good friend of mine, hey, Ralph, he was like, you sound just the way she described you. And A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It all worked out near the end. It was the longest audition I've ever done because, mind you, I had auditioned for shows for years.
Right.
This one was the longest, but I kept getting a call back and a call back and a call back. And finally, they flew me to LA. I was there for a week. And then I fly back to Dallas after doing my audition, and I didn't hear for a while. And I thought, well, maybe that one didn't happen either. Well, the phone rings randomly one night, and they're like, we need you in France. By Friday, I believe it was like a Friday. So I packed my shit. Thank God I had my passport. Flew to France. And then from France, I flew to Manchester. And that's where we filmed season 1 of The Circle.
Oh, wow. I thought it was in the States.
Everybody did. They made it look like TV magic, not to ruin the magic for anybody. But yeah, it was in Manchester, UK. And I fell in love with the UK.
Oh, it's amazing. Did you go ask for fish and chips?
No, but I saw them everywhere.
Okay.
And the reason why I know is because I don't really eat seafood.
Oh, okay. I do. I said I wanted some fish and fries, and they're like, chips? Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want no chips.
Yes.
They're like, no, we call them chips. I'm like, okay.
They do. And they call pickles gherkins.
Gherkin. Okay, I didn't hear that one.
And the mustard, just in case you ever go back, is so powerful.
I don't like mustard.
I love mustard, bro.
It tastes like battery.
Yeah. When you were a kid, you would lick the little batteries, the square ones. Yeah,
I would.
Okay, I can see why.
That's where I got it.
Yeah. Be careful with the mustard. I was eating a grilled chicken sandwich, and I went with all the mustard, and I bit into it. I started choking.
Oh, damn.
Because it's so spicy. Mind you, I love spicy food. I can handle the spiciest. But that shit caught me off guard. So be careful.
I wanted to go to The Circle. I applied for The Circle.
Yes.
I applied. I thought I can do it because when I'm watching you guys on TV, I was like, I was playing with you guys. I was playing along.
Yes.
And then I started talking like that, like circle message, and then throw my message and stuff. And it's funny because the day that we met, the day prior, you met my Cali family. Because I'm from Texas, but I have a Cali family now. The Browns, Jacob Brown, Joe Brown, Marv Brown, JB Brown, and Chelsea Brown. How was your experience with them?
Oh gosh, it was like meeting an extended family. We hit it off so instantly. I think we were in a lobby I think we were in a lobby and it was the after party of the American Music Awards. Yeah, I think that's where we all met. And then we just started talking about all kinds of stuff. And I fell in love with all their vibes, and they were just great people.
And who would have ever thought you would have met another family member the very next day?
Exactly, but nothing's by accident.
Right.
Nothing's by accident. We're actually filming here on the steps of a beautiful cathedral here in Dallas called the Cathedral de Guadalupe. And this is where a lot of my foundational mindset and framework developed here. I used to go to a high school down the street.
Yeah.
And I would sometimes skip school. And I was going through a lot at that time in my life. And I would sneak in here and just sit by myself and just have a one-on-one with God. And look what it's done.
Right.
So it's cool.
And like, who is Chris as a child? Who was Chris?
When I was a little boy, I was very intuitive, very analytical, analyzing the world.
Okay.
And it wasn't until I was probably in like 3rd or 4th grade that I really busted out of my shell. And I started giving back to the world what I felt I was analyzing comedic-wise. I started seeing how things worked in the world, and I started testing the waters, like cracking jokes and doing stuff, and it always would land. And I thought, okay, I think I probably figured something out here. And then my brother, who's 1 year older than me, he will even say, he's like, bro, I think you figured it out before I did.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so I started off kind of quiet and shy, analyzing everything, and then I broke out of my shell, and I haven't been able to go back in that bitch since.
Did you always want to be on TV as a kid, or that's something you stumbled into, or how did that happen?
I knew from watching Sister Act 2 that I wanted to be Dolores Van Cartier some way, somehow.
Okay.
I loved to sing as a kid. I always was in theater and all that. My first performance, I was an egg on stage.
You were an egg?
An egg,
Wow.
singing and dancing as a big fucking egg.
Not the Humpty Dumpty, right?
Not a Humpty Dumpty, but I was an egg, honey.
Right.
A hard-boiled one, too. And I just always enjoyed it. But growing up, we never had a guarantee. I just had faith that one day something would happen. So when I got into middle school, I was in a journalism course, and that started opening new doors for me. My teacher put me in a college level journalist competition that I ended up winning, and they had to escort me out of the college because the kids were so mad. Well, then I ended up going to high school. Instead of doing theater in high school, I did art because I know how to draw and I wanted to cultivate that, make it better. And then when I got out of high school and started doing makeup out in the real world, media came back into my picture on its own. I met somebody back then named Danny Noriega, who's now the fantastic, fabulous Adore Delano.
Wow, okay.
And in those days, they had something called Stickam, was the early days of web streaming. I would take over her show sometimes, and I started developing an audience for me. And then as I saw how the people reacted to what I had to say in those days, I thought, well, maybe I should pursue radio or something. Well, one day there was a radio audition here in Dallas that I stumbled across online. I went to it and I got the part. So next thing you know, I was doing internet radio, interviewing celebrities and all that. So that started teaching me about the world of interview. And then after that, I ended up getting a deal with World of Wonder to do stuff for their online network. And World of Wonder does RuPaul's Drag Race. And then after that, because of the show that I was doing for World of Wonder, a producer at the CW network saw my show and said, would you be interested in doing TV?
Okay.
And then I said, sure. And it was supposed to be a one-time gig. I went and did it, live TV all across the nation. And as I was driving home after my spot, the phone's ringing and they're like, would you be interested in doing this for the rest of the year? I said, sure. So next thing you know, not only am I live all over the country, sometimes when the anchors weren't there, they had me on the main desk anchoring the portions of this broadcast to the world, to America. And so after that show wrapped up, then Dancing Queen with the Liz Edwards came into my life, and then The Circle came into my life. So it's like, since I was a little boy, I feel like God has been leading me to what I do now.
That's amazing. And that you said you were talking about a show, your show that you have. What is that show about?
Well, I have the Chris Sapphire show, and for the last 10-something years, it's always had a little iteration. And now after my experience on The Circle and all that, I have brought it back where now I travel around Texas or Dallas and I showcase fun places that are fun because I love history. Everybody in class would be asleep and I'd be the only one just like...
That was me.
Right? So I get it. It's
Yeah.
fun to travel and show people fun things. I could do it for the rest of my life, to be honest with you. And so that's what I'm doing. I have taken a small break because I've been investing to make it even better.
Okay.
So when it comes back, it's gonna look better.
Are you planning on have it on a network like on Netflix or Amazon Prime or?
That would be the dream and the goal. For right now, I'm just using the gift God gave me with all my platforms and showcasing it there. But would I love it on TV? Of course, that would be fun so it could reach more people. But I believe there is no limit. So whatever it's supposed to be, it'll be.
Hell yeah.
And I also want to keep on interviewing folks because I love interviewing people, honey.
So tell me, what's your relationship like right now?
I've been single.
Well, how's your love life?
Oh, honey, I've been single for more than 20 years. I think the only real relationship I ever had was in high school with my little high school sweetheart. And we broke up because I hadn't really experienced the world at that time, you know. We're still really cool to this day. I love him forever. But yeah,
That's
I've been
nice.
single that long. And people would have thought that after the circle, like my inbox would have blown up with like prospects. Really, no, it was just,
Prospects, I like
yeah,
that.
it really wasn't. It was more so like people wanting to kiki and cut up, the queens, the girls, the dolls, which I love. I love it. Yeah, I'm still single, but I'm at a place now, I'm 37. I did the circle when I was 30 years old, and then I turned 31 the night we wrapped up.
Wow, it's been 7 years already.
It's been six years,
okay.
yes.
Damn.
And for me,
Well, yeah, because I was in the Army when I was watching that show for the first time.
yes,
That's crazy. Wow.
it was 6 years ago that we filmed it, 5 years ago since it aired, and now I'm 37.
Wow. I know Mary was in love with you.
Oh,
Mary was in love with you. Like, every time you came out, and because you're a very genuine person, you were honest and you said what was on your motherfucking mind.
well,
You know? I hope you were lying though.
I'm telling you, years of meditation. I was actually going through a really hard time during that time while filming the circle.
Wow.
No one would have ever known, but I was going through a hard time, and God really carried me through it. But I'm in a much better place now, and I know God was there because how amazing that He put me in such a huge platform at that moment. And here I'm going through stuff. It was a test,
Right.
and I went through it, and I passed the test, and here we are. So I just feel really excited about whatever's to come. I feel like big things are on their way.
Yeah, I can see it. I know. I feel like it's gonna happen. Now, you're very religious. Would you use that word, or how would you use it?
I would say I'm
I know
more
some people don't like to use the
spiritual.
word religion.
I'm more spiritual because I don't really go to church a lot. And when I do, like here that we're here, I'm filming interviews.
The irony, right?
Right. Or I just go inside and sit and reflect on my own because truly that's what's important at the end of the day. You and your connection with the absolute source of everything, right? So, but that is a big facet of me and how I function. And it came to be that way because when I was young, going to high school, again, people didn't know that I was going through stuff at that time because I was being bullied severely on the bus and the train by grown adults and older teenagers. So I was spiraling into darkness mentally, but at school I was having a ball.
Okay.
And so after so much abuse, mental abuse by grown adults, I reached a really dark point where I thought about ending it all.
Oh, wow.
But there was a book on my bed that day that I was at my lowest point, and that book introduced me to the teachings of Jesus and all that. And I've been with it ever since. And around the time I was doing the circle, I was having kind of like a faith crisis a bit at that time. Well, not a really big one, but I never gave up on my belief system. And when I got back to America, I started seeking answers to deeper questions.
Right.
So now I'm here with a deeper understanding, a more solid foundation than ever before, a better framework. And I guess it all plays into what the scriptures talk about, that we go from an elementary faith to a more elevated faith. And so I'm kind of riding that wave.
Yeah, like me, I grew up Catholic, and my grandma always la bendición all the
Yes.
time. But for one part of my life, I stopped, talking to God. I just totally forgot about Him, and I realized that when I did start talking to Him, my life started getting better.
Yes.
Without noticing,
Yes.
Sometimes we have to stop, look back, and be like, wow, once you opened up to God again, your life started getting better.
Well,
you know?
the beauty about God between you and I is that there is really no way to escape Him. Some people may believe in it, some people may not, but belief does not dictate whether it's real or not. See, that's the most powerful thing about when you really get deep into the rabbit hole of what the whole Jesus stuff is that there has to be an ultimate source of all reality.
Right.
Otherwise, nothing would exist. Everything that exists, from the planet to you and me, to the stars, to the grass, to your mind, the way it works, everything, when you zoom out to the furthest point, comes from something. And whatever that thing is the ultimate source of all things, because the cause can never be greater than the effect.
Right.
So that thing is why we think, why we have the capacities we do, why anything exists, why there's a steady motion to everything instead of chaos, why math exists, truth exists, because truth exists whether you and I existed or not. Where does truth come from? It is a language of its own, like math. We didn't do it. So all those clues clearly show that there's something bigger there. And so the beauty about tapping back into the awareness of God is that the awareness, that connection that you do, produces different results in your life. If you're constantly aware that you're not alone, that something is actually aware of you too, the highest awareness, if you will act differently in the world. You won't be as nervous. You won't be scared.
The manifested, right? Is that what you're talking
manifesting
about? Or is that
about
two different things?
Manifesting is about calling things into existence.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
Like, say, I want a new car, I'm going to manifest it. Yes, that's a slightly different. The connection with God really will produce different results in a person's life. So it's a beautiful thing.
And timing it at the right time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
And if it slips into your head, roll with the awareness of it. It's a beautiful thing. To me, it has given me more to my life than ever take away.
Right.
And it's always so opposite. Like when I do interviews, people are like, people tend to run away from God because they feel like they're going to be trapped by something, that their life won't be as fun. For me, my life truly began when I started opening my life up to that.
That's beautiful. And who in your family is someone who inspires you the most?
Oh, wow. There's a lot of folks. I would definitely, my mom for everything she's ever done. My dad coming from Mexico to America, rolled up in a carpet and achieving what he's achieved.
He was rolled up in a carpet?
He was rolled up in a carpet.
Okay.
He came to America.
I don't know if you were saying it like a metaphor or something.
No, he was rolled up in a carpet.
Okay.
He came to America, rolled up in a carpet, y'all. And then worked in LA for a while and then managed to rise up the ladder of the American dream to become a US citizen many years ago, put my brother through law school, allow me to dream and create and be. My mom for everything she's done. She worked for the government for so many years, and both of them have done so much. But as for inspirations, their inspirations, my tias, I come from a really solid family where everybody has worked their ass off for everything. They have always instilled since we were little to achieve. Never be afraid. You can do it all. Since we were little, my mom always told us we can do anything.
The power of Mexicans.
The power, honey. We never had that, oh, no, tú no puedes hacer esa chingadera, shut up.
Well, I did,
Wow.
This is a kid. Jim Carrey inspired me, Ben Stiller, Denzel Washington. I wanted to be an actor one day in my life, in a movie or something. And they told me, we're from the Valley, from Brownsville, Texas. Those dreams never happened. They would tell me those dreams don't happen, bro. Like, focus on school, go to college, get a good career.
But those dreams do happen.
I still pursued it, and I came out. My first debut was the TV show SWAT.
Yes.
That was my debut. But from there, I started getting recognition to do other short films and do another game show, and then Mr. Beast, and where me and Mr. Beast are chilling together. He does a video with me. Like.
There you are.
There you go.
You are a living.
And now I'm here with Chris.
And now we're here. And there's corn over here being roasted on the fire. No, I'm just playing. But see?
Yeah.
It can happen. And it did happen for you. And now it can only get bigger because once you've experienced it and you've learned, then you evolve into a bigger form of Pokemon. And then next thing you know, you're just doing what you always wanted to do.
Right.
What does your family say about what you've accomplished so far?
Oh, they're proud of me now.
See?
They're really proud of me. My brothers, my mom, my tia, rest in peace, my grandma. My grandma was, she was my biggest fan.
Yes.
They're all really proud of me, but I'm not done yet. I got a lot to do.
And you have the look.
Kind of,
I think
I
you
appreciate
do.
that, but
you have a look like you could kick someone's ass.
They've told me that I can play multiple roles. I can play like a bad guy, or I can play the good guy. So
I love it.
Let's see how that goes.
See you do that. I can see you as a police officer, an FBI agent. I can see you do so many you could even play a priest.
Y'all heard that from Chris, okay?
Think about it. Put that little white thing on his neck and the black garb. Tell me he don't look like he could be a priest. And then let's set the scene on a mountain town out in Colombia or Mexico. La historia de Juan Diego.
He's already directing something right now.
You gotta visualize it, yeah.
Would you ever consider like directing a short film or a movie or something?
Oh, yeah.
Like, would you go to that direction, like movies?
I'm down to do anything. Anything, because I dabble in everything in some way, and I heck yeah, I would totally be down to
What kind of, if you were able to direct a movie today, like what kind of movie would you want to direct? About what?
I would need more experience, but I learn very fast like a mad scientist. I love movies like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, okay.
The fantasy stuff, the epic movies. I can sit there and watch Titanic.
Avatar.
Oh my God. Any type of epic movie like Troy, Gladiator, that type of shit. I'm over here cussing outside of the church. I'm so sorry.
I totally forgot about that too.
My bad, Lord. He knows my heart. I love those type of movies.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they make me happy.
I grew up more with as a kid. Like I was 4 years old watching Blood In, Blood Out.
Heck yeah.
That's that. We need to watch that as the kids, right? Training Day. So I'm more into those type of drama crime movies.
How weird you bring that up. The other day I was up watching that scene about give me some chon chon.
Yeah.
I was out of the blue. I was like, why am I watching this?
It's a good movie.
It is.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have one brother. He's 1 year older than me. We're Irish twins. I think that's what they call us.
Irish twins.
Because at one point every year, we're the same age for like 2 weeks. He's 1 year older than me. He was born September the 21st in 87. And then September the 9th, I popped out in 88.
You wanna know something crazy? Me and my brother, Pablo, we are 6 years apart and we have the same birthday.
That's trippy.
Yeah, that is trippy.
You wanna know what else is trippy? A few days ago, Selena's dad passed away, Abraham Quintanilla.
I saw that, yeah.
And I saw online that not only did he pass away, but he passed away on his son, AB's birthday.
Oh, damn, I didn't see that connection. That's sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
So talk about like birthday coinkydinks.
Yeah.
That happened, and when I learned that, I said, dang, poor AB.
Yeah, AB's, yeah.
Jeez.
My uncle, my tío, who we love so much, we miss him. He passed away I think 3 days before my older brother's birthday, Jimmy.
Dang.
And he didn't want to celebrate his birthday. He was like, this year, man, I don't want to, no happy birthdays.
I get it.
You know?
I know.
And what's the relationship with your brother, though?
We are hella close. He's
Hella
actually
close.
running right now to be judge, justice of the peace. He launched his campaign officially the other day.
Yeah.
He's officially on the ballot. So if this comes out by that time, if it's March 2026 and you live in Dallas and you see the name Marco Soto on the ballot, that's my brother. Vote for him.
Wow.
He is so about empowerment. He is about human rights. All the great things you can imagine that humanity deserves and needs. My brother is that person.
That's amazing.
He's amazing.
Now, you growing up with the community that you're in, did you face any challenges or did you have a smooth, growing up? Because, for example, me, I'm Latino and I've never experienced racism.
Really?
Never.
I have.
I've been side-eyed a couple of times, but
yes.
So did you ever experience any negative stuff with your community?
I experienced negative stuff on the bus and the train growing up because no matter if I try to act straight, y'all, it just don't look straight. They would call me all kinds of names, and I've been wearing makeup since I was 14, so they would always clock my teeth. No matter, I mean, look at me. Some people say I remind them of Walter Mercado, the psychic.
Oh, yeah.
They tell me that shit. I love him though. But I experienced racism one time when I was in Tennessee at a coffee shop.
I still don't get there.
Yeah.
On my journey.
Yeah, I did, but this was years ago. Things get better, I hope.
And what happened at the coffee shop?
I was sitting there on my own, and this family walked in. And the dad stared at me and gave me like the ugliest look. And they all walked in and looked at me crazy, and then they all walked out. So I said that either was homophobia or racism or maybe a little bit of both. But it didn't hurt my feelings, honey, because I know where I come from, who I am. And boy, these people are going to be shocked when we all leave this world and we're all in heaven together. They are going to be shocked to see some things up there because I know I'm going to be there.
So in the show, The Circle, who was doing your makeup and your outfits?
Me.
I knew it was you.
Yes.
I wanted to know if you had someone professionally doing all that for you, because you looked amazing.
Oh my God, thank you.
You looked amazing. Your outfits were always on point. Your makeup always on point. My girl was envy about your makeup.
Oh my God.
You know?
It was actually me because I was a professional makeup artist for many years.
Oh, okay.
So I do my own makeup, but we did have a professional makeup artist on set, and
I'm pretty sure she didn't want to touch you.
She really didn't. She was so nice.
You did it already.
Well, she wasn't in the actual room with me. When I say on set, I mean like when we did all the big promotional pictures for like the media, they had that there. But no, in my own room, it was me doing my own hair, me doing my own makeup. And those are truly my outfits. People have asked me throughout the years, were those costumes? No.
No, I knew they weren't costumes.
Yes.
That look that was you.
That
had
is
Chris
me.
written all over it.
Oh my gosh. If you ever get the chance to come into my closet, it looks like a drag queen closet. There's faux furs and tons of sequins and weird patterns of clothes and shoes with heels this big.
Jesus.
I just love clothes. It's every day is a costume.
Right.
In some way. That's all of us, whether you work in an office or you're flying an airplane, whatever. We're all in a costume. So I love fashion because it's like, well, what are we gonna do today? I have fake glasses. The audacity, right? Like, I don't even need glasses, thank the Lord. But I still get big ass glasses whenever I just want to feel like I got the glasses fantasy.
Right, that's awesome. No, you pulled that off. You rocked that.
Thank you.
Final question for the wrap up. So what are your new plans? What do you have planned or coming up?
Well, right now I'm very thrilled to be hopefully relaunching my little Chris Sapphire show with a much better look, hopefully.
Okay.
And I also want to start branching out into more interview type of things with people. And that is something that just brings me joy. On top of that, I'm still happy to be out there doing brand deals, all these things. This has been an amazing year. I had the privilege of going to the Tejano Music Awards. I was booked to be the Grand Marshal in San Antonio's Gay Pride season, which was such a whoa.
Congratulations.
Just thank you. I couldn't believe that 5 years later, here we still are, and the circle has just changed my whole life, and it's the gift that keeps giving. And to see thousands of people along the Riverwalk and hundreds of them waving and some looking at me like, what is that? And others like, they remembered from the show. It was incredible. I will always cherish that. So thank you, San Antonio. And on top of that, just so many other fun things that I've done this year. It's just been great. I can't think of them all right now because my mind's going, but it's just been an amazing year.
I'm really proud of you, Chris. I'm glad. I do want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come see me, to meet up with me, to do this podcast. It's a project I've had for so long in mind, and you are helping me accomplish it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you for having me. You feel how cold my hands are?
Yeah, me too. Circle message. That concludes our 50 States podcast. Send message.